Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. Thank you for tuning up, and let's do some channeling. Hang on. I kind of have to burp.
I'd love to see you channel a burp.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, there we go. Stand by. Greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you a good day. The process of evolution. What should you rather expect? Nothing. Simple. Roxy doesn't know where to go though in a new idea. Who is she truly? Scaring herself? Losing the identity. And then revelation came. Oh yes. But trusting in the now. Stand by. Hey guys, Sly here. How are you?
Good.
Good. Alright, Ocyphius talking a little idea of evolution and Roxy's evolving and all of you will evolve. We're here to represent, okay? We're here to represent possibilities in you. You are an idea of your own individual subjective universe. You reflect back to yourself all that you choose to perceive. How you perceive it is up to your own individual understanding of yourself. So in evolution, boundaries are, let's say, lessened. There are no dividers. There is just is. And when you start getting to a higher point of yourself, you understand that identification in and of itself is another one's coming. I know it. Identification in and of itself is a boundary. Okay? She realized through an idea, a friend, and her own understandings and got some clarity that she's not Ocyphius. Ocyphius is a fractal of me. And Roxanne is a fractal of me. So what does that make Roxanne? It makes Roxanne me. So Roxanne is Sylvester, Sly, literally. In the highest sense, that's what she is. But the identification is of the name Sly is defining in and of itself. It has edges. And you know, when she thinks back to her idea of her life as Roy, she doesn't even equate to it anymore. It's not even, it's like a past life to her. She doesn't even have the vibration of that idea. And now she's in the new idea, and now she's realizing she's slipping away from some of the ideas that she found herself as a personality called Roxanne. That in and of itself is now evolving into what she understands, what she's choosing to hold on to as an identification of Sylvester. But this, of course, beckons the question inside of her mind, how do I act? Who do I be? And it's the moment. It's always the moment. So when she's walking through her life, aspects of her highest joy will appear to her as Sylvester. In some aspects of herself, as she acts in ways she doesn't prefer, will appear to her as Roxy. Because the Roxy identification that you gave that name to as a personality is the personality that is actually, let's say, confined, limited. So when she lets go of this portion of the personality, that idea of Roxy's reactions to the mirror and said ways of doing things diminish. And then she's only the idea of now. So it's very airy in here. And there's nothing tangible to grab onto. But that's the idea of the illusion. Another awakening to yourself that you are nothing but the now. You are no idea. We recognize each other up here in signature vibration. We don't identify. We just know the vibration. We don't call it, define it, or we don't like, yeah, they did this and they did that, so we can identify that. We're always in the now, and whatever our focus is. We don't think in time in that idea, and they're not with us. We're always connected with each other, and it's just a simple matter of focus. So what she's trying to understand is how to focus in the now with no identification. Very, very misty for her. Mysterious, thank you. Mysterious for her to understand that this process of evolution is equatable to the nirvana idea, but the nirvana idea was in and of itself limited. It was the idea of melding back into consciousness and becoming nothing. But you never cannot be nothing. You always are an individual subjective reality with your own perfect idea, view of reality. You can never stop seeing who you are. So now Roxy's understanding that who she is literally me. She's waking up to the higher self. You guys won't wake up to this idea. You won't wake up to one of your guides. You won't be the guide because you're not the guide. Okay? The guide is a fractal of you, which is an idea of your higher self. So Roxy has Akina over here. Well, now we'll do it this way. Here's better. I'm Sly, and I have about 10 billion ideas going on right now. Okay? So actually there's a few more, but that's a good number. So this idea, this little entity, fractal, that's identifying, doing its own thing, being its own person, is me. So that identity is called Ocyphius, living out his life. Roxy can't be Ocyphius. Roxy is me. So you bypass different ideas of guides to go all the way up to what you are, your higher self. The higher self is the only one that's truly ever been there. Everything has been transported in, brought in by your higher self to give you the perception of being a guide. But it's all brought through you. There's only original thought within your universe, and that is only created by you, the higher self. Anything that comes in is a co-creation of that original thought through the idea of intention, co-creation, free will choice, to give you a perspective to understand how evolution, how, let's say, this waking up process is truly happening. So you've been doing it in stages. You've given yourself this modality to go to this modality to go to this modality, and you keep raising yourself up and letting go of things that you, let's say, defined as a truth that kept you in a certain box. Yes, it was a larger box, and yet a larger. Now you get to the point that there are no edges. There's no edges, guys. There's only the idea of continuous evolution, and wherever your focus is, and you need not define an identity anymore, yet you are a subjective self. So Roxy is now the idea of who she truly is. Sly, still distorted, there are still portions of her of separation she's still identifying with. But as her evolution in the now proceeds, she feels things that no longer serve her. Limitations. The way she views reality. She sees this in a beautiful way, and she sees this a little bit distorted. But when she gets to the evolutionary point to where there's no distortion, she only sees herself, love, and that all around her is her own creation of love, then there's no more edges. There's no more definitions. There's only evolution. There's only ascension. Then the idea of fractal remembers it's always been me, Sly. This is where you're all going. Choose it how you will. Find the higher self that's always talking to you. You've never been separated from the higher self. You cannot be. It is only a wave of distortion of your own veil, your own illusion that says that's not plausible according to the acceptable framework you've put into place as an acceptable reality to experience life. That kind of idea. So in that fashion, as you let go of the idea definitions that confine you, have no fears of what your new identity is. Find your idea higher self. Roxy thought in one now that Ocyphius was her higher self, and then discovering the Oversoul collective fire, and then out of fire, let's say above fire in the terms that you guys are using right now, there's Sylvester. And Sylvester created an idea called fire. Fire created itself as an oversoul. The oversoul became an idea of its own individual singularity, creating fractals out of that oversoul, and one of those is called Ocyphius. But the idea is she was not birthed from Ocyphius, she was birthed from me, Sylvester. So in that idea, she went this route to understand, to find herself, me. I'm Roxy, Roxy is me. She will evolve this as you will evolve this, as you let go of those personality complexes that keep you limited, keep you in that cage, keep you in that idea, confined identification for clarification, whatever reasons that you are identifying. And as you let go of the pieces, trust this, children, that you have an absolutely undeniable wisdom of who you are that you truly can't identify. Really want to, because it's very difficult not to identify for the human collective. You will let go of that identification, and what replaces it, and what's truly is actually already there, but what you've uncovered is your wisdom of yourself. You just know that you are that. So if you know you're God, you are God. If you know you're this higher self, you are that higher self. If you know you're this fractal and that is your higher self, then that's it. Just don't expect and don't confine, and let's say do your best, to your best of your ability. Don't define. Let it go. You are always redefining until we said, till you are divine. And then you will understand that everything is a stepping stone. So in this now, your higher self, like Roxy was thinking, well, I was Ocyphius, I got that wrong at one time. She goes, no. Which is me telling her, no, you didn't get that wrong. That was your best self to understand the construct of acceptable framework to allow you to evolve to the next higher truth, the next. That's why all truths are truth in the moment, and there is no wrong in evolution. It's the best self in every now, and every now you evolve to a higher self until the game is over in whatever way you have chosen. That's it. If you ascend as a master on earth, and that term that you guys, let's say, come up with, a master, ascender, let's say, no, you guys say ascended master. And that idea, that's one probability, but there's also taking your exit plan, choosing not to come back, or choosing to come back. Whatever the game is for you guys to play. So, what is that?
He's taking care of business right now.
Is that a trouser cough? A fart? That's a great one. My goodness. So, in that idea, guys, identify to your best of ability, but don't make it concrete, because then you can stay contagious within that definition that you've created in that now. So that now is back there now. Look at it go. It's leaving you because it's now. So you take this identification now and you relate it to the old you, and that old you vibration creates in this now, giving you a familiarity of repetition. And then you get used to it, you get mediocre with it, you learn to accept it, and you just claim that this is who I am. You have no idea who you are. You have a portion, a fractal, an idea, a scraping, but no true circumferencing overall idea of what you truly are yet. Of course, it's coming, but you don't want to keep your old self in the new self. You want to let go. I am Roxy. Roxy Sly right now is what she says. She's idea Roxy Sly, then Sly Roxy, then Sloxy or something. She'll come up with something to move herself into a comfortable place, to allow herself to let go more of herself, because it's scary, and we understand this, and this is what I want you to really feel, guys. You feel like you're losing yourself, and you don't know where to go because you don't have an identity. You've always had an identity. People go, hey, you, and they point and they identify you. That made you feel alive, belonging, here, I am, I'm okay. Those ideas, when you have nothing in your mind to say who you are, what you are, except your nows of unknown, very scary. We understand that. So evolve in your own pace, your own now, your own way. Make you your own authority. Give yourself the idea of your higher self being in, let's say, in charge. Go back, lay back, go for the ride, have fun, and accept all the nows as you, the best you, and let go and move to the new now, the new you, the new best you, and move to the new, and let go. And those ideas of evolutionary blockers diminish. And the only thing that flows in is the unknown for you to grab onto and to embrace and to hold and see what you are possible of. Or see what is out there for you. You've only discovered a fraction of what the idea of, let's say, evolution is in the idea of experience. What you guys really get to do at a level that cannot be comprehended by you right now. It's endless. Guys, it's endless. You are forever, forever, forever. So let go of what you've done and realize what you can do by being now. And in that, you are going to accelerate yourself beyond yourself, and it's almost feeling like you're tripping over yourself. And you have nothing to hold on to, grab onto. That was a nice one. Grab onto. It feels like you're eternally falling, and you have nothing tangible. But you always, always, always are there. You, the higher self, is always there to bring you, to give you those feelings, to give you those moments of, oh, I got it, okay, okay, I'm okay, oh, okay, I'm okay. And you just keep going, and then you get comfortable with the new isness that is you, that new idea that is you, and that idea becomes solid, and you start to remember that, holy shit, I'm truly fucking God. I got this, I'm okay. And then you go, and then you realize you are an individual singularity of all. Truly. Beautiful. We good, Ron?
Yeah.
He's doing great. Got some good vocals, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very verbal.
Beautiful. Well, get up here and channel then, kid. We're ready.
You know I love it.
All right, guys. I love you so much. We'll see you in the next now. And till then, keep rocking. And trust you. 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 We'll see you later. Bid you good day. Bye. And thank you that of Sylvester. And the idea of Roxy realizing her own evolution, that idea of Ocyphius will, let's say, now come back now and again. It has been most extraordinary to be with you in that now. We shall see you in another now. We bid you a good day. Adore. Beautiful. Okay. Awesome, blossom, possum. Okay, oh. I love you. Guys, thank you so much once again for tuning in. If you need me, you know where to get a hold of me. Email me, call me, message me. I'm here. I love you. We'll talk to you later.